Hi everyone, Dr. Gillespie here to welcome you to EDU 200 Human Development. So to get us started, what I'm going to do is I'm going to flip my screen over so that you can see inside of Blackboard, since this is an online course and everything will be submitted through there. So I'm just going to kind of walk you through how Blackboard is set up and where to put your assignments and so forth. So when you log into Blackboard, the first thing you're going to see is the Courses tab. And the Courses tab will open up to all the courses that you are enrolled with. So make sure first that you go to the correct course and click on Hours. And then from there, you're going to see the Announcement tab. Every time you log into Blackboard, the Announcement tab will be the first thing that you see. And on this tab, it tells you a couple of things about the class. So like I was saying, this is EDU 200, and it is online. It is 8 weeks long, so it's going to move rather quickly. So making sure that you log into Blackboard daily and keeping up with your assignments is a must to be successful in this course. And throughout this course, we will be learning about the lifespan development of conception all the way up to death in regards to the 3 domains of development: the physical, the social emotional, and the cognitive domains. And there is a field experience component to this class. However, you don't have to go to your field experience. It is virtual, and we'll talk about that a little bit more with your assignments as they come up due. So you will have some virtual field experience videos that you will watch, and you will reflect upon those videos in regards to what we're learning in the chapters. So on this page, you'll have a welcome video, and the welcome video that I'm shooting right now will be here when you first log into the course. For this course, for books and materials, you are going to need the Wolfert and Perry book. It is the 2nd edition. You are going to need to download, if you don't already have, Microsoft Office 365, which is free to students and teachers. So all you have to do is put in your Coker email address and follow the prompts, and you can download that onto your computer, or you can use the online version as well. And then also you're going to need Blackboard. For the course as well, there's the syllabus. And all you have to do is click on the syllabus, and it will take you over to the link to access the syllabus for this class. And then down below, here are some how-to guides for Blackboard, just in case you aren't as familiar with submitting assignments, posting to discussion board, taking quizzes, and viewing your grades. So that is there for you. There are some videos and then also some links that tell you step-by-step what to do. And then lastly, if you're an education major, here are some links to your praxis exam, which is very important for you to take as soon as possible so that you can continue on in your education classes. If you're not an education major, that does not apply to you, but it is on the announcement page. So to get started with the course, what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how the course is broken up. So I'm trying to keep it very organized for you so that you can find everything in the course. So over here on the left side, you're going to notice that there is a bar. It's a navigation bar. Now, one thing that can happen is if you click on this bar right here, you'll see an arrow, and it will kind of turn a darker gray. And when you click it, it will make it go away. So if you would rather go through your pages like that, you can. Sometimes it helps when you're trying to read discussion board posts or take quizzes. But if that bar ever disappears, all you have to do is come over here. Sometimes the arrow's there, sometimes it's not. And just click on it. Click on the blue one, and it will pop it back. So if your navigation bar is ever gone, that is an easy way to go back and fix it. So all you have to do is click on the bar, and then make it go away, click back on it, and it will make it come back. So the announcement tab is the very first thing that you see. So if you click on announcements, it's going to take you right back to the home page, which is the announcement page. The next tab over here is going to be your course materials section, and this is where everything is. All the directions and the guidelines are there. This is not where you submit anything, but if you ever need to access a document or a file, it is all right there for you. So the syllabus is there, APA formatting and plagiarism. If you need a link to Microsoft Office, everything is in there for this course. So you can access everything that way. The next thing that you're going to notice is there's contact information. So if you need to get in contact with me, you can call my office number if you want. It will send me an email if you call my office number. So the best method of contact for me is my email. So just go ahead and email me. And then last but not least, one of the most important tabs that you have is your calendar. So in the calendar, you're going to notice that you have your course, and anything that has a check and a plus by it, that is an assignment. So you can actually navigate the course through the calendar. So for instance, your Who Am I project, you can click on that. Excuse me, I need to flip over modes. So like I was saying, you can click on these, and since I'm not a student, I can't click on them, but when you click on them, they will actually take you over to the assignment. So you can navigate that way if you wish to. For me personally, I like the weekly assignments that are over here in the side. So there's one for each week for the class, and all you have to do is click on the link, and it will take you, and it will just tell you to get started. Click on the folder and view the directions and guidelines for the week. So when you click in the folder, you're going to notice that there's either 3 tabs or 4 tabs depending on the types of assignments that you have for the week. So the very first thing is your weekly directions and guidelines, which is very important. So when you click on that, you're going to have a document, and I'm going to pull this up and open up in a new window so that you can see it. And it's going to tell you what is coming up for this week. So for week 1, we're really going to be focusing on understanding our own development in regard to the 3 domains of development: the physical, cognitive, and socially emotional. And you're going to be reading chapter 1. So chapter 1 is really going to help you to understand how to understand your own development. And we're also going to be starting to look at the theories and research in child development. So that's the overview. And then what to do for week 1. So it tells you exactly when everything is due. So Sunday, May 27th by 11:59 p.m. And then it gives you a detailed list of everything you need to do. So for this week, course overview, you're going to read the syllabus, which you can get from the main page, and you complete the syllabus quiz. You're going to read chapter 1. There is a PowerPoint on chapter 1 that you can use in conjunction, and you can use these when you go to take your quiz. And then you have the Who Am I Personal Development Project, which is where you're analyzing yourself. And more directions will be there in the materials coming up in just a second. Here's another link to your Microsoft 365. So you're going to make sure that you download it so that you can use it. Please note that if you use the online version and you don't download it to your computer, that it won't have all the features needed for this project. So make sure that you save it on your desktop, and then you can use it at any time, whether you have internet connection or not. For this project, you will need to record your presentation using the recording function in Microsoft PowerPoint. So here's a link to that for you to use. There's also an example of this project for mine. And you're going to use the template. There's a template as well to complete the project. And you're going to make sure that you post that to the discussion board and to the assignment folder. So as you go down a little bit more, there's also a preview for week 2 to kind of give you an idea of what's coming up for the following week. So all weeks follow this pattern. So it will have an overview of what we're going over, what to do for the week, and then also a preview for the next week to come. So going back over into Blackboard for just a second, you'll notice that when I clicked, it brought the file up and it went to my download file. So mine's up here at the top, yours may be at the bottom or wherever your downloads go. And then right here under the directions and guidelines, again, are the materials for the week. So instead of going over here to course materials and trying to find everything, it's all right here in this section for you. So when you click on it, you're going to notice that there's the syllabus, there is the project directions, here's the template, here's the discussion board and the rubric, here's my example with the recording, and here's your chapter 1 dimensions of development PowerPoint. So the materials are all in with the directions and the guidelines. Now to go back in these folders, you can do one of 2 things. One, you can click back up here at the top and it will take you back, and then you can click here to week 1, or you could just click here on week 1 and then go back in this way. So you might have to go a little back and forth to the things, but it keeps it very organized and focused for you. So the directions and guidelines are all there in your week 1. Now anything that's an assignment will be in the assignment folder. So you had the syllabus quiz, which is an assignment, which will go here, and you will take it there. Here's your chapter 1, and here is your project as well. And anything that needs to go in the discussion board will say discussion board post. So when you click in there, it will show you the discussion board, and all you have to do is click on it and it will take you over to the discussion board tabs and to the post. So here is mine as an example. Now you could get to the discussion board a different way, but again, I'm trying to keep it very organized and simple for you. So if you ever needed to respond to a discussion board, you could always click on the discussion board and you could scroll through these, but I try to keep it very simple for you. So for week 1, that is all that you are doing is what is in the assignment folders and the discussion board posts. Now, I did say that there would either be 3 folders or 4 folders. So I'm going to go to week 2 and kind of show you what I am referring to with that. So in week 2, you'll notice that there's 4 folders. So you have one that says week, direction, and guidelines, just like week 1. But we have a new folder here called the discussion board peer responses. Anytime you need to respond to a peer, I put the discussion board there so you can link to it quicker, so that you know that you need to check that off your list and to do that assignment. So under week 2, you notice that there's a new folder there. So that's where you respond to your peers. So if you see that folder that needs you to need to respond to your peers in the discussion board, and then you have your assignments, and then your discussion board posts. Your discussion board posts are where you upload whatever it is needs to go into the discussion board, and whenever you see discussion board peer responses, that's when you need to respond to peers. So the folders follow suit for all of the weeks, so there'll either be 3 or 4 depending on if you have a discussion board peer response. There'll always be an assignment folder and a discussion board post folder and the weekly direction and guidelines. So there's one there for each of the weeks, and then the discussion board, if you want to go and respond that way to the discussion boards, you can do that as well. And then down here at the bottom, there's a couple of Blackboard tools down here that you can use. If you need to email, you can email me through Blackboard this way, or you can email other students if you have questions. And there's the new and due that you can see if you have other classes this summer as well, and some other things that you can use there. So this was just a really quick overview of how the course is set up in Blackboard. And if you have any questions, please feel free to email me and I will respond to you within 24 hours. So make sure that you give me time to respond to you. So if you have an assignment due on a certain day, don't wait too late to respond to me. I'm typically quicker with email, but just in case I cannot get back to you in a quick turnaround as you may need. So give me at least 24 hours so that I can respond to you. So if you have any questions, please feel free to ask, and welcome to the course.